There was a time in my life when I wanted to do everything. I wanted to help others, learn deeply, grow quickly, and I tried to chase it all. I thought the faster I moved, the closer I'd get to wisdom, to success, to peace. But the more I chased, the more lost I felt. I was always busy, but never still. It wasn't until I stepped into the monastery that I began to understand the weight of silence. You see, the first lesson we were taught wasn't how to chant or meditate. It was how to sweep the floor. Every morning before the sun rose, I would sweep the monastery grounds, not just to clean the dust, but to begin clearing my mind. At first, I didn't see the point. My thoughts ran wild while I swept. I planned, I worried, I replayed conversations. But one morning I noticed something. The more focused I became on each motion, the brush of the broom, the rhythm of the stroke, the crunch of leaves, the quieter my thoughts became. And in that stillness, I began to hear myself again, my real self. Distraction doesn't always look chaotic. Sometimes it wears the mask of productivity, but underneath it, there's fear. Fear of stillness, fear of missing out, fear of not being enough. What I learned sweeping that old stone path day after day was this: you cannot build anything meaningful if your attention is scattered in 100 directions. Focus isn't about rigid discipline, it's about choosing what matters and letting go of what doesn't. There was an elder monk who hardly spoke, but when he did, every word felt like it had been waiting years to be said. One day, I asked him how he seemed so calm, so purposeful. He smiled gently and said, "I don't let the world pull me faster than I want to walk." That has stayed with me ever since. In today's world, we are pulled in every direction. Messages, goals, noise, expectations. But when we give our time to everything, we give our focus to nothing. And if your focus is divided, your power is too. You can achieve anything, but not if you try to do everything at once. The key is clarity. Clarity gives birth to commitment, and commitment, walked daily with quiet intention, becomes progress. You don't need to escape the world to find this. You don't need to wear robes or live in silence. All you need is the courage to pause, to ask yourself, what is the one thing I need to do today that will move me closer to who I wish to become? And then protect that focus like it is sacred, because it is. I've watched people transform their lives not through intensity, but through presence, not by adding more, but by subtracting noise. And in that simplicity, in that quiet, you gain the greatest power of all, control over your mind. So I ask you now, what is one thing you can let go of today so that your energy flows where your heart wants to go?